At an Olympic starting line, every single sprinter waiting for the gun has the exact same goal. They all want the gold medal, yet only one person takes it home, which means the goal itself cannot be the thing that dictates the outcome. If the winner and the loser share the exact same objective, the difference in their performance has to be something else. We treat achievement like a finish line to be crossed. We buy into the promise of the 30-day cleanse, or the idea that a new routine takes exactly 66 days to stick. We treat these arbitrary timelines as the cure to our problems, but the timeline for any meaningful behavior is forever. Just because you went to the gym yesterday earns you exactly 0 bonus points for tomorrow. The moment you stop the behavior, the habit is gone. This creates an architecture of failure. By focusing entirely on an outcome, you place yourself in a perpetual state of dissatisfaction. You convince yourself that you aren't allowed to be happy until you hit that specific milestone, and if you miss it, the whole structure collapses. Instead of building a daily process we can actually live with, we sit back and optimize. We spend weeks mapping out the perfect workout schedule or the flawless business strategy, and we imagine how incredible peak performance will look. In corporate life, this looks like waiting 18 months for Joanna from Procurement to return from annual leave just to sign off on a project. We trick ourselves into believing that waiting for the perfect conditions is a form of risk management. This chart shows the economic cost of hesitation. Rapid iteration remains low, while delayed action shoots exponentially higher. The real price is time wasted deciding. To bypass this friction, scale your ambition down to a micro-action. Just do exactly 5 minutes of exercise. Speed and miniaturized actions are your absolute best systemic advantages. They eliminate the mental debate and force you to get into the arena. Once the system is remming, you can improve it. But a system has to be established before it can be optimized. Even when you do start moving, you run into the invisible gravity of your environment. Every physical room and every social circle you belong to exerts a continuous pull, naturally ushering you towards certain behaviors. If your new behavior clashes with the people around you, you encounter cognitive dissonance. The brain is remarkably poor at maintaining an identity that actively contradicts its daily surroundings. It takes massive energy to constantly fight your own environment. This creates a harsh social ultimatum. You either stick to your new habits and face criticism, or you drop the habits and immediately regain the comfort of fitting in. For most of human history, standing out meant dying. Evolutionary biology hardwired us to stay with the group, to pivot together, and to prioritize survival. Given the choice, the human brain will almost always choose the safety of the tribe over the friction of personal improvement. You cannot out-willpower your biology forever. To stop your environment from sabotaging your progress, you have to engineer a new one. You have to place yourself in a room or join a group where your desired behavior is already the default, normal way everyone operates. Then there is the internal friction. We tell ourselves a story that we are waiting to feel motivated or waiting to feel confident enough to start. But confidence is not a prerequisite to action. Confidence is simply displayed ability. You don't feel good about shooting a free throw until you've successfully knocked down 10 in a row. You have to force the repetitions first, often when you feel terrible or totally uninspired. The motivation and the psychological momentum you are waiting for do not arrive until after the action is taken. They are a delayed side effect of doing the work. Waiting for the right emotional state is a guaranteed path to systemic paralysis. You cannot think your way into a new way of acting. You have to act your way into a new way of thinking. This leads to the ultimate operating patch for behavior change, popularized by James Clear in Atomic Habits. We have to stop obsessing over what we wish to achieve and start ruthlessly defining who we wish to become. Behavior and belief are a two-way street. Every single micro-action you take acts as a voting mechanism. You are not trying to achieve a physical result. You are simply trying to cast a biological vote for a new identity. Sitting down for a single 60-second meditation does not bring you enlightenment, but it does provide your brain with undeniable neurological proof that you are the type of person who meditates. You start building an internal body of evidence. Goals are useful for pointing out a destination on a map. But aligning a daily, friction-free system with a newly forged identity is the only mechanism that dictates who you will actually become. System active.